What is up, everybody? Coach Rick and Coach Jesse with your workout of the day. Remember to share these workouts with your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel. For your workout today, we've got a full body strength and a full body conditioning, plus a core finisher at the end. But for the warm-up, we're gonna have 5 minutes to do two 2-minute AMRAPs with a 1-minute rest in between. And the two segments are gonna be progressive, so we're gonna build on one another. So for the first 2-minute AMRAP, we've got 20 jumping jacks, 10 sit-ups, and 5 up-downs. You can go for 2 minutes on those 3 movements. So for the jumping jack, Coach Jesse's just gonna demonstrate long arms, touching the hands overhead, touching the hands behind the back, so you get a full range of motion through the shoulder. Then he's gonna drop into the sit-up. On the sit-up, we just want to make sure that we've got full range of motion again here, so shoulders touch the ground and then shoulders past the vertical plane of the hips at the top. 10 of those after 20 jumping jacks, and then 5 up-downs. On the up-down, we keep the feet about shoulder width apart. Shoulders stay over the wrists in the plank position, and then we snap those feet right back under the hips, making sure to keep those feet in a good athletic stance. After 2 minutes of that, you're going to rest, and then do another 2-minute AMRAP, same first 2 movements. We've got the 20 jumping jacks, 10 sit-ups, and then we go into 5 burpees. So this is a progressive nature of the warm-up. We progress, same footwork here, from the up-down, now into the burpee. Our chest and thighs are touching the ground, but those feet still snap back underneath in a good jumping position, jump and touch at the top. Okay, 2-minute AMRAP of those movements, and then we'll rest and get into our strength. For the strength portion today, we've got a 4-minute EMOM of floor press and glute bridges, and then a 2-minute rest, and then a 6-minute EMOM of curls and overhead hold. All right, so Jesse's got dumbbells. You could also use a backpack filled with some pots and pans or anything to make some weights, and then just secure it with towels in there so they don't move around, and that could be your object, but we're gonna demonstrate the dumbbell. For the first 4-minute EMOM, you've got 30 seconds of floor press followed by a 30-second glute bridge hold. You do that every minute on the minute for 4 minutes. So the floor press, we start with the back flat against the ground, abs really tight. Jesse's going to descend to the ground at that elbow about a 45-degree angle from the rib cage, and then punch the ceiling. Okay? Control here on the descent. Make sure the elbow doesn't slam the ground, and let's get full lockout at the top. That is our floor press. And again, you could do this with a backpack, just holding that thing and moving it up and down. Then after 30 seconds of floor press, you go 30-second glute bridge hold. So you're just going to drive through the heels, squeeze the butt, squeeze the abs. Make sure that you're not arching and extending the low back to get the hips up, but rather squeezing the butt to get the hips up into that glute bridge. 30-second hold here, and then you're right back into the next minute of floor press and then glute bridge hold. You do that for 4 minutes, then take a 2-minute rest, and we go into a 6-minute EMOM of single dumbbell curls and overhead hold. So on the curls, start with a full elbow extension. You're just going to curl that thing up to the shoulder at the top, and then right back into full elbow extension. Making sure not to rock with the torso. No other movement here. This is an isolation movement. Then after 30 seconds of the right arm curl, we hold a 30-second overhead hold. Just making sure that the bell is stacked over the shoulder, rib cage is down, everything is nice and tight. Then you're going to switch on minute 2 to the left arm, do the same thing, bicep curl, overhead hold, and then minute 3 we go back to the right arm. So in this 6-minute EMOM, you've got 3 rounds of each arm. All right, that is your strength portion for today. For our conditioning today, we've got 2 7-minute AMRAPs. AMRAP stands for as many reps as possible. You're gonna do it once, then rest a minute, and then repeat the exact same 7-minute AMRAP. The goal here is to be consistent, if not maybe even beating your score on that second 7-minute AMRAP. So let's try to get a little bit faster towards the end here. All right, so your movements are gonna be the dumbbell snatch, the push press, and the jumping air squat. So Coach Jesse is gonna demonstrate the dumbbell snatch with the dumbbell. So we're going to start in that hinge position, we deadlift it up, jump, and then punch the ceiling. You can see he's switching hands at the ground there, making sure the dumbbell stays in between his feet every time they touch the ground in a really good flat back position here. We don't want to be rounding the back. This is a quarter extremity movement. So we're going to use our hips first before the arm pulls, and then we finish with that punch out. So just a couple more there. Look at the hip extension, really rapid hips there, and he finishes with the arms as we go overhead. Now, if you're doing the backpack version, it would just be double arm backpack snatches there. So same position here, starting at the ground, jump, and then punch the ceiling. That's our dumbbell snatch or the backpack snatch. All right, then after that, we go into the push press. Push press starts with the bell on the shoulder. Dip, drive, press. Just saying dip, drive, and press. So the drive happens with the hips, and the press happens with the arms. But we want to be using the hips before the arms here. So really rapid hip extension, and then we punch the ceiling. That's a single arm push press. You got 5 on the right, 5 on the left. If you're using the backpack, double arm, just do 10 reps total with the backpack. Same sequence there, dip, drive, press. And then the third movement is our jumping squat. So you're gonna get a full air squat and then just jump at the top. So rapid hip extension, he's leaving the ground. He's landing though in a good position to squat in. So the control is the key here. If you feel a little bit out of control, slow that thing down and maybe even pause when you land. Show a couple where we pause on the land, make sure that we're in a good squatting position. We're keeping the chest up, keeping the weight in the heels. But again, that's a rapid hip extension movement at the top to get yourself off of the floor. All right, those are the movements in our conditioning workout. Remember, try to beat your score on that second 7-minute AMRAP today. For our finisher today, we're going back to the glute bridges. So we've got 2 sets, a minute of a glute bridge hold, and then 30 seconds of glute bridges on the right leg, 30 seconds of glute bridges on the left leg. Then you're gonna rest a minute and repeat. All right, so glute bridge hold, we already did this in the strength part. Same principles apply here, abs tight, butt tight. We're just holding that position for a minute. And then right leg glute bridges. So we're driving up, holding for a second, then coming back down. We're just gonna do this continuously for 30 seconds, making sure that these thighs kind of stay in the same line as we're traveling, okay? Control it down, squeeze the butt, drive those hips up to the top. 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. After that, you're gonna rest a minute and then repeat. So 2 sets of the finisher today. Guys, have fun with this workout. Log your scores, post them in the comments on our YouTube page, share with your friends, and get after it.